What's up, guys? So this is the XPLR 13-speed cassette. Beautiful cassette, by the way. Amazingly machined, super lightweight. So essentially what they've done is this is a 10 to 38 right here. So it's almost identical to the 1036 cassette, but this cog has become a 38 instead of a 36, so up to a 38. And then they threw on the 46 tooth as the 13-speed. So right now this is the only option you have with the Explorer 13-speed. Now coming up soon in the early summer, I believe they're going to release the Force and maybe the Rival as well, 13-speed group sets. So really looking forward to see what they do with the cassette options there. Now I do have an option. What I'm going to do is I have two options I want to try, but this video I want to just focus on maybe making a cassette that has more range. So the idea I have is to take this right here, which is this is an old Explorer 1044 cassette. All right, so this is the old Explorer 12-speed, and then take the one of these old one-up extenders. This was back in the day when SRAM first went one by, and you had one-up and a bunch of other companies come out with these extenders that you could put on a 11-speed cassette and remove like the 18 tooth, and it'd give you more range. So the idea is to put this onto the back here, and then we would have a 1050 13-speed cassette. All right, so that way you get some more range out of the Explorer group set, and very similar to the mountain bike. The one benefit I would say this cassette would have over the mountain bike is that it goes 10, 11, 13. So the 10 to 11 is a nice little jump here, where on the mountain bike it goes 10, 12. So that's a big 18% jump right there at between those two small cogs. So this will be a little smoother going from the 10 to the 11. The idea here, if you look on the back side, this is the cheaper model here that actually is the 1251, which I believe is like the Rival model. You can see it has a little lip here. So I believe what we can do is actually machine that off. All right, and I'm just going to use some basic sandpaper on a drill and take it off. I might do a little actually Dremel work first. So just using tools that you might have laying around your shop. And then as far as this goes, going to also machine this down just a little bit here, and we'll see also if it will clear the Explorer cassette, rear derailleur, which is obviously only made to go up to 46 tooth, or at least officially. The one thing that a lot of people don't realize about the new UDH, the spacing is actually moved out 2.5 millimeter, and that's what really the big benefit of UDH frames is actually it gives more space on the outboard to move the cassette's outboard, which makes the chain line a little bit better, and it gives more room for that extra cog. And that's essentially how they got to the 13-speed, was they took the 12-speed, moved it out 2.5 millimeter, and threw on the 13-speed here. So we're essentially going to be doing something very similar with this. All right, so initially I'm just going to take the Dremel and remove that lip around there, and I'm going to go do that real quick. Be right back. I cut off that little lip there using the Dremel with a cutting tool. I basically went and started through here and cut all along the inside until I removed this piece here. All right, so that was the little lip there, and then I just kind of smooth out the edges. I will also take a file and file these edges here shortly, so that way they get smooth, and I will clean up the inside. You can see the inside has all kinds of crap in there, so I'll clean all that up real good, get it nice and clean before I do install it onto the free hub. Now this here, as you see, this is pretty thick, much thicker than what that lip was. So I'm going to have to grind this down a little bit. I'm just doing this with regular tools that you may have. So what I'll use is actually, this is from like a headlight polisher, and this is just one of those Velcro, pads there that go to a sander, and just put that on there. I'll put that on the drill, and then I'll put this on a piece of wood, and then just drill this down, screw this, and basically grind off that lip there to see if we can get that a little thinner. Okay, so just went outside, finished doing this, as you see here, using the drill, and got that thing all chewed up there, but for the most part it worked. And got it thinner in this area here. We're going to clean it up and then try to put it on the free hub and see how it works. All right, so here it is. This is the moment of truth. Cleaned out the inside of that there so we can see if it'll fit. Here's the extender piece, 50 tooth. See, get it going there. It actually has the proper small gap there you got to put on first. Right there. Let's see if we have enough thread and space that this actually fits on. Hold your breath. There we go. It is threading on. There's plenty. I felt like we got plenty of thread in there. All right, so 13 speed. Let's see if there's enough space here on the UDH frame, if it will actually fit. So this is one of our new models, the Blackwater Bracken, as we call it, 3D printed titanium frame. Let's see if this will actually fit in here with the red rear derailleur, and if the derailleur will also clear that 50 tooth, which would be fascinating if it does. All right. Just tighten it down. Oh, it clears. Sweet. All right, now, so it actually clears now. Now we got to see if it'll actually shift through the gears and if it will clear that 50 tooth. So let's go through the gears. I'm going to go kind of slow through these. Obviously, it's going to clear this one, the 44. So it's on the 44 right now. Let's see if it gets to that 50. Oh, it's not doing it, is it? Okay, I have to lower it right here. If you look right there, this point here where the cage is connected will not clear. All right, it doesn't matter what you do with your pulley. So like, you know, for example, it has the parallelogram where the upper pulley is here. The chain determines where that upper pulley is. So yeah, even if the chain was, you know, shorter and the pulley was brought down, that upper point right here does not move. And I'll show you from another angle over here. So the point I was trying to show you from here is, you know, when a chain moves, or, you know, with the offset pulley, it moves the pulley down, you know, to clear the next cog. That's not the problem. The problem's right up here. And so it will not clear, it will not go further than this 44 tooth. Okay, so as you see here, this point, like I said before, is too high to be able to clear that 50 tooth. This is the transmission, which is also UDH. You can see how much lower this point is than on the red. So obviously this is 12 speed, so it won't work with a 13 speed cassette. And then this right here is obviously the red. So the problem with the red is, once again, this is too high and you will not clear a larger cassette. It will be interesting to see, though, when they come out with the force, if this will be changed any to maybe where it's further down to be able to clear that that larger tooth. But if these are lined up with this being 90 degrees here, then you can see clearly this is lower to clear that 52 tooth on the mountain bike. So, all right, so basically concluded, you can't run bigger than a 46 tooth on the red. We'll try this cassette with the wheel top stuff, see if it works there. So stay tuned for that video as well, and we'll see you in the next one.